Hi guys, and welcome back to Dark Knights. So we're gonna be doing the guy who jumped through our windows route. I know this is only a preview of the whole game, which is about 2 chapters from what I read about, so let's just jump into it and start this. The next day, I wake up from a strange dream about the brown-haired guy from yesterday. He waved at me with blood-stained hand, then whispered something to, "It's our secret." I do not remember what happened after that. Even though it was just a dream, it worries me. My mind is filled with the thoughts about everything that has happened recently. I scratch my head and sigh. He was just a weirdo. If he had been a murderer, he would have killed me the moment we met. After taking a few deep breaths, I eventually calm down and crawl out of bed. Out of my bed. I prepare to leave for school. As usual, when I arrive, Ikuya greets me with an enthusiastic smile. We chit-chat a little before Ryoji joins us. I notice he's unusually moody. "Hey Ryoji, what's wrong?" He lets out a sigh but then forces himself to answer. "The rumors about the murderers are making me sick. Those people are just spreading lies. Just because the investigators haven't solved them yet, people assume they're slacking off. The whole procedure doesn't happen in a day. People think solving a crime is so easy. Some people are even claiming the cops are involved with the murder itself. All this nonsense is making it harder for us. I feel especially bad for my dad." Ikuya puts her arm around Ryoji's shoulder. Aww, they're romantic. You know what? I ship them. Before I didn't ship them because I was just like, who am I gonna be with? But now that we have like a wide selection of boys, I ship you guys. It's cool. "Yo, just ignore them." Ryoji sighs bitterly and shakes his head. "Even my friends are complaining about it. I can't stand listening to them. We're your friends and we're not saying shit, so..." "At least you have 2 good friends on your side." "Huh, which friends are you talking about?" Ikuya crosses her arms and looks at Ryoji. "You don't consider us your friends?" Let me think." Ikuya punches Ryoji. "Oh, stop, I was kidding." That's cute. To be honest, the murder cases had made me curious. Nothing like that ever happened before. The village is peaceful and not very exciting. Each day was the same as any other, like time rewound after midnight, but now the disappearances, the murder case has changed that. Despite that, I'm not pleased by these events. If I can, I would like to find the culprit behind them, because I'm totally an investigator. After class ends, I pack my bag and prepare to go home. Sorry about that, I just punched my microphone. Did not expect to do that. On my way home, I keep thinking about the guy who broke into my room. It still bothers me. I do not know how or why he did it. I hear a familiar voice calling my name, breaking me out of my thoughts. "Hey, are you ignoring me?" "Hey, Ryoji." I turn around to see Ryoji right behind me. A little surprised, I step back. "How long have you been there?" Ryoji rubs the back of his neck and he raises his eyebrow. "Not long, jeez, you should pay attention to your surroundings. I zone out all the time, dude. Let your guard down and some creep might attack you." "Yeah, that sounds familiar." I mumbled to myself and hit his arm playfully. "So what are you still doing here? Aren't you going home?" "Well, I was wondering." "What's up?" "If you want to walk home together." Oh my god! No! You have a person! Don't walk me home! His suggestion catches me off guard. It has been months since we have walked home together. Ryoji has been so busy with club activities that I barely see him after class. Doing it again after so long would be nice. Of course. We walk home side by side. I do not know what we could talk about, mostly because I am not sure what he has been up to recently. There are many things I can ask. Don't you have club activities after school? I decided to skip them for today. I feel too tired to stay at school any longer. I don't blame him. Everyone's like pressuring him. Besides, it feels like we haven't talked much lately. Well, we haven't. You have duties as the class president, and I get that. You're busy. I'm sorry for dumping that role on you. I didn't feel suited for it. It's still a bad excuse for spending less time with my friends. I took the role, so it's my responsibility now. If you say so. This might be out of the blue, but is it just me, or have we all changed since our first year? That kind of happens. That's life. Even Ikuya is busy with her own stuff now. Yoshi looks up at the sky with a melancholic expression, as though looking at something nostalgic. To be honest, I feel the same way. But if everything is better this way, then we should let it be. Paths meet, cross, and separate. We don't have to cling to the same future. You should follow whatever your heart desires. You must be joking. The MeliZ I know doesn't let go of relationships that easily. I feel like this is calling me out personally. Maybe I've changed. Well, to me, you haven't changed at all. You're saying that now, but I think you and I feel the same way. Sorry about my attitude. I got too caught up with things and forgot what I really want to do. It could be that you left me because you thought it was the best for me. I miss old times with you and Ikuya. We should hang out together again like we used to. Yeah. You don't have to apologize. It's not like anyone is at fault. It has been a while since I've seen this side of Ryoji. Walking home with him brings back memories. I did not think he cared this much about our friendship. All this time I tried not to get in his way. Perhaps I was the one who did not care enough. Perhaps. Because Ryoji lives farther than I, we part ways when we reach my neighborhood, and I walk the rest of the way home by myself. I'm home again. Obviously there's no reply, but I still do it out of habit. I feel hungry, so I think about preparing dinner right away. What should I make today? Something easy like sushi, or should I go for curry? Go for curry! Let's see what I have. As I head to the kitchen, noises from upstairs make me freeze. The sounds of opening and closing doors. It could have been the wind, but because of the rumors, I'm extra cautious. Could it be the stalker again? It's strange because I'm sure that I locked all the windows today. I take my umbrella to defend myself and silently move upstairs. Is it him again? I hope it is. I peek through the railing and notice that the light is on in my room. My heart is beating rapidly as I hold my weapon tightly. I'll show whoever it is that they're messing with the wrong person. Slowly, I move closer and press my back against the wall beside the door. I strain my eyes for footsteps. I think I could figure out their position. Suddenly, someone walks out of my room. They seem like they're about to leave. They continue heading towards the stairs, having not noticed me. I hold my umbrella firmly and lunge when the person steps within my range. Ah, stop it, I'm not! Ow! His voice sounds familiar, so I pull back. Who is it? Fumbling in the darkness, I manage to find the hall light switch. Who is it? Who is it? The first thing I see is a guy wearing a brown cap, facing away from me, and I immediately realize it's the same person who broke into my house the other day. Okay, so it is the same guy. Come to steal again, huh? I told you not to let me see your face over again. You're not looking at my face, though. Oh, he's so cute. The guy turns around, keeping his distance from me. I raise my umbrella again, but he grabs it before I can do anything else. Let go, pervert! He leans closer and covers my mouth with his hand, and the force is strong enough to push me back against the wall. First of all, my name is not pervert. It's Kurato. Kurato. Second, you shouldn't scream at night. Your neighbors might think you're being assaulted. I give him a sharp look, as if it's not obvious what he's doing right now. Don't look at me like that. Believe it or not, I'm here to protect you. I raise my eyebrow. Yeah, sure, by pinning me against the wall. I try to speak, but my words are muffled. He tilts his head, unable to make out anything I'm trying to say. I'll take my hand off so you can talk, but only if you promise not to scream. I nod and slowly he releases his grip. He lets out a deep sigh as he steps back. I cross my arms and wait for a better explanation. If you're really here to protect me, you could try acting like it. You didn't have to climb my window the other night. It was hard to reach you, so I had to improvise. What are you protecting me from? You've heard about the recent killings, right? I'll get straight to the point. You might be on their target list, and I've been assigned as your private guard. Hold on, you're saying that you broke into my house and assaulted me to protect me? I didn't actually break in. Without permission, it counts as breaking in, no matter who does it. I shake my head and hold out my hand. Show me proof that you're really a private guard. Kurito digs into his pocket and takes out a badge, handing it to me. To my surprise, he also shows me a gun he had kept hidden under his belt. I recognize the symbol of the front of the badge. Only selected investigators have it. Yoshi often talks about his father's job as an investigator and how only they are permitted to carry guns and badges within this distinct symbol. Is Kurito an investigator? I take a closer look at his credentials. Kurito Hakase. Does your family name mean doctor? Haha, Dr. Kurito. It's not my real family name. It was changed after I was adopted. I see. Does that mean you believe me, MeliZ? I give Kurito back his belongings and he keeps them, smiling confidently. Nobody told me about this, though. It's supposed to be a secret, so we can't trap the killer. So we can trap the killer. For now, I'll be keeping an eye on you. Aww. And I thought he was a thief. This violates my privacy. Maybe I went a bit too far. And what were you doing in my room? Just making sure you're still here. I'm pretty sure professionals don't check up on their clients this often. Back there, he gave his gun to me. Not that I would have, but did he not realize that I can simply take it and shoot him? I'm stuck with an amateur guard. He could have told me when he broke in the other night. Then again, I merely chased him out and didn't give him the chance to explain. You said I might be on the target list, but how are you sure they'll come after me? The murderer seems to be interested in this neighborhood. The rest of my team are looking at other residents. I'm sure this is shocking, but don't worry, I'll protect you. Kurito thinks I must be scared, but instead, I look at him and grin. This is perfect opportunity. I never knew the murderer would be so close. If I could catch him. If you're watching out for the murderer, then you'll be involved sooner or later. That means we have a chance to solve this case. What is with me and wanting to solve this case? You're lucky to have me as a partner. Together, we will. We're not partners. I never said you're my partner. I mean, I don't blame him, but I want to help out. You're already helping me by being a target. I continue trying to convince him to let me help him, but he does not budge. I am told to just act as I usually do. Residents aren't supposed to work together with their guards. I'm here to ensure your safety. Professionals don't compete in your ways. Don't complete it your way, though. You should be thankful you even have a guard. I'm surprised an amateur like you is an investigator. I didn't have a good first impression of you, but I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I don't expect much, but do your best. I don't know if this guy's actually an amateur. What if he's like, not? I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I give him a nonchalant look and shrug. Thank you for explaining the situation to me. Now if you excuse me, I'm going to sleep. You might as well go home. I told you that I'm going to watch you closely. Watch me? Closely? Kurito looks around uncomfortably, rubbing the back of his neck. I do not get why he's still hanging around, so I ask why it's bothering him. Here's my thing. He just told her, hey, I'm your bodyguard. Does she think the killer's not gonna come and get her at night when she's sleeping? Does she just think that the killer has its own, like, 9 to 5? Like, he won't kill at night because that's not within his time schedule. Like I asked last time, can I stay here? My jaw almost drops after hearing this. I put my hand on my face and take a deep breath. He is still insistent about that, so I guess it's not a joke. If I allow him to stay, it might make his job of protecting me easier. Still, it is unbelievable that a guy like him was assigned to me. I might actually be safer without him around. Why would you think that? Really? This is why victims get killed in these horror movies and these horror games, because they do stupid shit. Next day, the killer's gonna be in her house and she's gonna decide to take a fucking shower. That's how it always goes. Something is strange about Kurito. I just cannot pinpoint what. I should get to know him better before jumping to conclusions. I decide to give him the benefit of the doubt and let him stay. Kurato is overjoyed for my decision, as if I saved his life. You sound like a homeless person. I am. What? Sort of. I live by myself, but I can barely pay the rent. You are brutally honest. Kurato laughs softly at my comment. I take another look at him. For a homeless person, I wonder how you got such a high position. It requires exceptional grades and abilities to become investigator. The guy before me got taken down by a high school girl with an umbrella. Hopefully, I will not regret my decision. I take Kurato around my house and show him where important rooms like the kitchen and bathroom are. We finally stop in the guest room, which is right next to my room, you know, coincidentally. After that, he thanks me, and politely, I leave him alone. It has been a long time since someone has stayed at my place. I do not know how long he will be here, but it should not be a problem. No one really checks up on me, and I would not mind some company at home. My first impression of him was terrible, but that might change. That may change. I'm curious what he's got up his sleeve. Before I go to sleep, I take a quick shower. I knew it! It's always the quick showers and the murderer is gonna show up right now. With a large towel wrapped around my body, I look at myself in the mirror. Ikuya has always teased me that I should interact more often with people, but I always seem to attract creeps. I must look like an easy target or something. Besides, I think my personality frightens people instead. Maybe I should work on that. Suddenly the door swings open, revealing Kurato standing outside the bathroom, naked as well. This is awkward. I freeze on the spot when I notice that he's not wearing anything except for a towel hanging from his waist. My gaze lingers on his fair build. He must have gone through a lot of training to achieve such a body. I can't read. He looks fitting for the role of investigator like this. Get this. This is the way he's gonna work from now on, just for you. No shirt, no pants, just a towel. There you go. What am I thinking? Kurato does not seem to be aware that I'm already in the bathroom. When he notices me, he looks at me from top to bottom. Thanks? I do not know what is going through his head, but he keeps staring. I wait for him to say something, but after a moment, I break the silence. Hey, were you planning on joining me? Yeah, girl! Fuck. Poor Kurato. Sorry. Kurato turns away, his cheeks red, and quickly closes the door. Ah, I find his reaction funny. I think it's adorable. I let you off for now because I'm to blame for forgetting to lock the door. Knock next time. There's a muffled sound of agreement behind the door, followed by footsteps. He must have gone back to his room. I take a deep breath and close my eyes. I should have gotten mad, but he seemed to be more flustered than I am. Luckily, I have a towel around me. If he had come in at a different time, I would not have let him leave unscathed. His first day and he's already causing trouble. Before I go to school, I leave some food on the table, along with a list of house rules in the note. I also tell him not to make a mess out of my house while I'm gone. I head for Kurato's room to check if he's still around. His door was slightly ajar, and through the gap, I see him lying in bed, shirtless, his blanket on the ground. I sigh, quickly enter his room to pick up the blanket. You'll catch a cold, idiot. Cold. I can't read! I can't pronounce words! You'll catch a cold, idiot! Cold. I can't say cold. I say cold. I drape the blanket over his body and turn around to leave. Just as I'm about to close the door, I hear the bed shifting as he stirs in his sleep. Nee. I can't. No, must get them. Get them quick. I got a little confused after hearing his words. Get who? After that, though, Kurato continued to sleep soundlessly. I don't know what he was mumbling. Maybe he was having a nightmare. I decide to leave Kurato alone and leave for school. Before break starts, the teacher gives us an announcement. Students, this is a notice from the local police, so pay attention. Due to recent events, the village will be placed under curfew. No one is allowed outside from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. So 4 a.m. is fine. 3:01, it's totally chill. Just not 3. There must be dangerous people lurking around during these times, so stay at home and lock everything. It feels like we're being treated like small children, but no one protects us. No one protests this because of how serious the situation is. After the announcement, everyone starts to chat among themselves. I lean to the right and try to get Ryoji's attention. Ryoji, what exactly is going on? I mean, you read the newspaper? They found dead bodies dumped in an alley. The autopsy report stated that they died between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. The same goes for the previous cases too, hence the notice. Don't you think it's a little far-fetched to warn even the students? What is her attitude with this? People are getting killed and she's just like, I don't know why they're putting us involved. Why are we involved? Ah. Apparently, there's no pattern, and the next victim could be anyone walking around at night, student or not. This is the best way to prevent that. Does she think bad things don't happen to students? Because seriously, what is that? I see. I don't intend to go out during that time anyway. You've gone out that time before. Ryoji moves a little closer, lowering his voice. According to the statistics, your neighborhood is the most at risk. Have you noticed anything strange lately? Not much, aside from being watched. There are investigators patrolling now. Investigators? I talked to one of them. He said that everyone in my neighborhood might be on the target list, and they are just on high alert. Huh, I see. We can't be certain about that, but we can't ignore it either. Ryoji steps back when Ikuya approaches us. Hi guys. I can't speak. I said hi guys. Hi guys. What I whisper about? I can't do the voice anymore. Just about the most recent disappearance is a murder case. Oh, I wonder why these events are happening. It was so quiet and peaceful before. I bet it's an outsider. No villager would do something like this. How do you know this? This guy frustrates me. This whole game frustrates me. How's that? Outsider like the forest tourists? The forest tourists are still missing, right? Maybe the demons know what they did and took care of it. Okay, yeah, we already gave up on the idea. Besides, the demons wouldn't get involved with things that happen within the village. The forest is its territory, just like a guardian will stay with their treasure. It's just a theory. I was gonna say cave theory. So stupid. Talking about theories won't solve the case, but we probably could find out who the murderer is. MeliZ is playing detective again. The police are already working on it. Oh, that was... okay. Exactly. MeliZ, that's why I'm going to solve this first. Not you too, Ryoji. This isn't a competition. They're students. How do they... oh, whatever. Poof, I'll solve it with or without your connections to the police. Damn. Ikuya sighs deeply as she looks at the both of us. When class ends, Ryoji and I decide to study together. And then we go home. Since Kureto is at home, in order not to disturb him, I think it's better to study at Ryoji's place. Come in and make yourself comfortable. Your place is smaller than I remembered. Ryoji chuckles at the comment and cleans up the table. It's been a while since you came over. You were a lot shorter back then. Were we? Or were you just... I don't know. When I take a seat, he heads off to the kitchen. He must be getting snacks. Yeah. I dump my books on the table after looking through them. I realized that I have a lot of homework today, mostly from history class. I guess Kureto has to wait a little longer for dinner. Wait, he isn't a child. He can take care of himself. I hate to stop worrying about him. Let's see. I'll start with history. If there's any subject I'm bad at, it would be this one. For once, we're learning about something interesting. This chapter is about village legends. Luckily, I'm with Ryoji today. He's more knowledgeable about this. You got trouble with history again? Ryoji returns to the room carrying a tray. On it are cups and a plate of treats, which he sets in front of me. He takes a seat beside me and looks over at my textbooks. Mr. Blanched gave some hints to the answers during the lecture yesterday. Oh, right. You were asleep. Wow. Thanks for throwing the shade at me, man. I appreciate that. Fine. I'll help you with the homework. The first section is related to our school. If I remember right, there was an incident. I also heard rumors floating around about a ghost. The story of the school ghost has many variations, but I'll tell you the true story it's based on. I found it in the police archives. Several decades ago, a boy was tortured and later murdered by his classmates in school. Only his legs were at the scene of the crime. They couldn't find the rest of him. The only suspects were children, and none were definitely linked to the murderer, so the case was never solved. I'm shocked that children could do such a thing. What would have driven them so mad to kill their classmate? It remains a mystery to this day. It's too late to dig into it now. The culprits probably died of old age. Anyways, they say the ghost of the victim wanders to school late at night. Because he has no legs, he's basically crawls on the ground, so when you hear shuffling sounds, he's nearby, or so the rumor goes. Is he an evil spirit that remains in the school for revenge? Probably. Nobody has seen him up close, but there are people who claim to have seen strange things through the windows from outside. The shuffling sound is hard to identify too. It could have easily been something else. That sounds interesting. I suddenly had the urge to explore the school at night. Did you think you're the only one who gets the idea? I told you, nobody has encountered him. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get to see him. Unlucky? More like it. I roll my eyes and turn back to my textbook. There's a photo on the page. Written in small text under the photo is, "A memory of Class 1E." Yoshi gives a brief description on the victim's appearance. I search for the boy in the photo. He's standing on the far left of the shortest of the group. Unlike the other students with big smiles on their faces, he looks rather sad. I'm surprised our school's reputation wasn't damaged. Records and textbooks tell different stories. The public doesn't know what really happened. I had to search through old archives and various other resources to find out the truth. Besides, it was a long time ago. People move on. Let's look into the next legend, the Forest Demon. I have heard a lot about it, but they don't make sense. The legend gets mixed up because it seems like people will believe anything they hear. Remember our trip from a few days ago? That alone was enough to start unnecessary rumors. The villagers, though, we thought we were crazy to visit the forest after the missing tourist incident. Our teachers think it's nonsense. I'm not sure what to believe. So what do you think about the forest demons? It's an old legend, even older than this village. Many believe there's only one demon, but there could be more. Their appearance varies, but they are often portrayed as weird-looking animals with horns. Could it be an undiscovered species? Maybe, or it could be that someone saw an ordinary animal and mistook it for a demon. You can't really disprove something like that, and the description is vague enough that it could look like almost anything. The legend says that they're evil, devouring every person who enters the forest. The devouring part is not meant to be taken literally. The demon will take something from you, probably your soul. In order to appease the demon and prevent disaster, the villagers built a temple deep within the forest. I'm not sure how they managed to do it in the forest they feared, but take it as it is. I remember the crimson-haired guy I met during our trip. I asked Lyoji if there are any people patrolling the forest. Nope, there's no need to do that every day. After hearing this, I reconsider visiting the forest. We continue to chit-chat while doing our homework until the sun goes down. Thanks to Lyoji, I finished my history homework with ease. In return, I help him with other subjects. When I leave Lyoji's place, it's already completely dark outside, but I still manage to get home by 9 p.m. When I enter the house, I notice the lights are off. It looks like nobody's at home, unless Kurato already went to sleep. I'm home. Kurato, are you there? Nobody answers, so it seems like I have to find him myself. Where should I look first? The guest room? The first thing that comes to my mind is the guest room. I go upstairs and knock before I open the door. He isn't there. Where should I look next? The kitchen? The kitchen, maybe? I haven't checked there yet. Oh, he is. When I turn the lights on, I see Kurato at the kitchen counter, a piece of bread hanging from his mouth. There are plates of food in front of him. He seems to be in the middle of a stack. What are you doing in the dark? More importantly, what are you going to do with that food? Oh, hey MeliZ, I was a little hungry. I just got back from the mall. I stare at him flatly. The amount of food he prepared is enough for 3 meals. That is more than a little hungry. Really, this guy is strange. I made some for you too, as thanks for allowing me to stay. Thanks. Sorry for making you wait so long. I was doing my homework at my friend's house. I almost forgot I had someone waiting for me at home. Don't worry about it. I can take care of myself. I'm going to prepare dinner. I hope you like sweet potatoes. Corretto says he's already eaten, so instead he keeps me company while I boil the potatoes. I wasn't on an assignment today, so I got to do paperwork instead. It's as bad as homework. I dozed off for a while in the middle of it. I've done that. Yeah. I also explored your house because I was bored. Did you go into my room? Of course. All the good stuff's in there. You're an asshole. I look up at him, flustered. If you touched my stuff without permission, Oh, wait. That was a joke. I promised to behave, didn't I? Kureta gives me an innocent smile, but I have my doubts. He says that he's on the other task besides guarding me, but tonight there's not much to do, so he stays home. Much to my disappointment, I was gonna sneak out. I cannot even ask about his job without him telling me. It's confidential. I've dealt with a lot of people that are saying it's confidential. Resident Evil 2, girls like confidential. This guy, confidential. It's all confidential. Okay, we're already like 30 minutes into this, and I think we should stop it here. I don't want it to be like an hour. That's gonna be too much for you guys. Too much to handle. So we'll save it here. So I'll see you guys in my next video, in my next live stream. We're already on day 4. When was this? When did we do this? Wait. I mean, whatever, I guess that's how it goes. Okay, so I'll see you guys in my next video, in my next live stream. Till next time. Bye. Johnny.